Must we pay closer attention to what we've heard about Jesus so that we don't drift? How will we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? Did Jesus taste death for everyone? Is Jesus ashamed to call us brothers and sisters? Did Jesus partake of flesh and blood so that through death he might free us from death? Let's find out in Hebrews 2. How important is it to pay attention to the gospel taught by Jesus and the apostles? Is there a danger of drifting away from the truth? This is why it's necessary for us to pay more attention to what we've heard, or else we may drift away from it. Was the message spoken by angels and the Lord? To whom did he give his Holy Spirit? The message spoken by angels proved to be true, and all who disobeyed or rejected it were punished as they deserved. So if we refuse this great way of being saved, how can we hope to escape? The Lord himself was the first to tell about it, and the people who heard the message proved to us that it was true. God himself showed that his message was true by working all kinds of powerful miracles and wonders. He also gave his Holy Spirit to anyone he chose to. Who will inherit the world to come? Humanity or angels? For it was not to angels that God subjected the world to come, of which we're speaking. It's been testified somewhere, what is man that you're mindful of him? Or the Son of Man that you care for him? You made him for a little while lower than the angels. You've crowned him with glory and honor, putting everything in subjection under his feet. Was Jesus made temporarily lower than the angels? Why is he now crowned with glory and honor? But we do see Jesus made lower than the angels for a short time, so that by God's grace he might taste death for everyone, crowned with glory and honor because of his suffering and death. Do we have the same Father? Does Jesus call us brothers and sisters? It was fitting that God, for whom and through whom everything exists, should make the pioneer of their salvation perfect through suffering as part of his plan to glorify many children, because both the one who sanctifies and those who are being sanctified all have the same Father. That's why Jesus is not ashamed to call them brothers. When he says, I'll announce your name to my brothers, I'll praise you within the congregation, and again I'll trust him, and again I'm here with the children God has given me. What kind of loving God partakes of death to deliver humanity from death? For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is, the devil, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. Do we need salvation from death? Did Jesus reconcile us to God? For assuredly he doesn't give help to angels, but he gives help to the seed of Abraham. Therefore he had to be made like his brothers in all things, so that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make propitiation, or reconciliation, or atonement for the sins of the people. Though he never gave in to temptation, can Jesus help us who are tempted? For since he himself was tempted in that which he has suffered, he's able to come to the aid of those who are tempted. Must we pay closer attention to what we've heard about Jesus so that we don't drift? How will we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? Did Jesus taste death for everyone? Is Jesus ashamed to call us brothers and sisters? Did Jesus partake of flesh and blood so that through death he might free us from death? You decide.